The Beatles. What do you think of when you hear of them? Music, the 60s, probably not suing Apple, right? Because that's not something you'd expect the Beatles to do, right? Wrong. From 1978 to 2003, the Beatles, under the record label Apple Corps, which they owned, sued Apple Computers 3 times. But why? Apple Computers and Apple Corps. Right off the bat, you'd notice that they both have extremely similar names. It was for this reason that Apple Corps, the company owned by the Beatles, sued Apple Computers for the first time in 1978. Before 2007, Apple was known as Apple Computers. This was 2 years after Apple Computers was founded in 1976. Apple Corps sued them for trademark infringement, which was basically Apple Corps saying that Apple Computers copied their name. 3 years later, in 1981, the lawsuit was settled, with Apple Computers paying Apple Corps $80,000, as well as Apple Computers promising never to enter the music industry, and Apple Corps promising never to enter the computer industry. 8 years later, however, in 1989, Apple Corps sued Apple Computers again, since Apple Computers was including audio recording and MIDI capabilities in their computers. 2 years later, in 1991, they settled, with Apple Computer paying Apple Corps $26.5 million for the rights to use the Apple logo for computers and software. Apple Corps, meanwhile, got the rights to use the Apple logo for selling and producing music. Again though, for the third time, in 2003, Apple Corps sued Apple Computers. What was the reason this time? Apple Computers was using the Apple logo on their iTunes store, and Apple Corps felt that that was a violation of the 1991 agreement. In 2006, a judge ruled in favor of Apple Computers, since Apple Computers' logo was only on the store and not on the music. Next year, in January 2007, Apple Computers renamed itself Apple Inc., and next month, in February 2007, it was revealed that Apple Inc. bought all the rights to the Apple name, and they then licensed some rights back to Apple Corps for an undisclosed amount, thus ending any future litigation. The investment bank Piper Jaffray, now Piper Sandler, estimated that Apple Inc. paid anywhere from $50 million to $100 million US. Since then, there haven't been any more lawsuits between the two. So that's why the Beatles sued Apple 3 times. If you liked the video, then be sure to subscribe and like. Thank you for watching Explained. New videos every other Friday.